practices. Serbiak had a foot on the line. Rebounded by McGuire.
Almost like the Wizards are over helping on all the drives by Mo Williams. He got 2 and 3 Wizards around him. Wide open shooters on the weak side.
Sangaila's pass broken up by Serbiak. Sangaila recovers. That's the count, and he is fouled. Darius Sangaila in his 6th season out of Wake Forest by way of Lithuania, with a strong move on the recovery right here, and then takes the hit and is able to score.
Yes, Serbiak is wondering, how did I not come up with that basketball? Sangaila big off the bench for the Wizards. 13 points, 5 of 7 shooting.
Now the last 7.5 minutes, the Cavaliers with 7 field goals. 5 of the 7 have been from beyond the 3-point line. Wizards up by 4. Here's James kicking it out. Gibson for 3. Sangaila rebound. Sangaila takes hard to the rim. Darius Sangaila extends to a 94-88 Washington lead, and the Cavaliers will talk it over.
This is almost an instant replay of the first half. Sangaila drove past Serbiak in the first half, finished the righty layup. We see it once again just prior to the timeout.
Here's what's coming up on TNT as we look ahead. Next, the Jazz and the Nuggets in the second of our doubleheader. Kevin Holland, PJ Carlesimo subbing tonight for Doug Collins. We'll have the call from Denver. And then inside the NBA, Ernie Kenny and Charles in the studio. Incidentally, earlier today, the 30th Sports Emmy Awards announced, and Turner Sports receiving 14 nominations in a variety of categories. We congratulate the studio crew. They were nominated. Studio host Ernie Johnson in the category of sports personality, and Doug Collins receiving an Emmy nomination. Shot clock is down to 5 and a foul. Mo Williams hacked, and he will head to the line. The foul committed by McGuire.
It was a very smart play by Mo Williams. Pump fake, get McGuire in the air. Nice presence of mind right here. LeBron James should have took this shot right here. Not feeling comfortable, shoots it back over to Williams. Gets fouled to the line.
Sangaila with the rebound. How about Darius Sangaila? 7 points the last 2.5 minutes. On the night, he is 15. Got it off the bench. Wizards have the ball and a 5-point lead with 5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. And that 13-game Cavalier win streak is on the line. Defensive 3-second violation is called. Let's send it over to David.
Marv, you saw Antoine Jamison go off the floor a few minutes ago. He has a jammed right ankle. He's getting it retaped, and he should be back within the next couple of minutes.
All right, thanks, David. As Butler knocks down the technical. This is a Wizard team that is 17 and 59. They've lost 8 of the last 9. 15 of their last 18 games, and trying to stop the Cavalier win streak at 13. Cleveland club that has won 61 games, 61 and 13. Best record in the NBA. 2.5 over the Lakers. Arenas. That could be a big bucket if it gets him started. There's been no throw to this point. He's 3 of 11 from the field. The Wizards now lead at 97-89.
Well, he's not going to stop shooting. That's not Gilbert Arenas.
Shot clock to 5. James for 3. Yes. That's 24 for LeBron.
What I actually like is I like the fact that Gilbert Arenas, knowing that he's not having a great night, 3 for 11, he hasn't forced it really. He hasn't tried to take over the basketball. He's letting the other guys do it that he knows are having good nights.
Plus, he's picked up 8 assists, has not turned the ball over. Butler with the clock running down. Rebounded by Williams. Cavaliers in possession, trailing by 5. James with a long 3. And the call against the Cavaliers. Leon Wood, the outside official, looking inside and says offensive foul on Ilgauskas.
Look like this play happened so far away, and really he's just moving down. That's ticky-tack at best.
But he moved the entire time. So as the defender tried to go under, Z kept turning him into him. The defender could never come back out to try and get to LeBron.
And you see Antoine Jamison making his return from the jammed ankle. 3.5 to play here in the 4th. Nice throw. Arenas, another assist. Beautiful lead pass for Butler.
That was a tough shot right there because he elevated, caught it, then he had to recognize where he was in the air and then banked it in. That wasn't a dunk at the end.
23 points for Caron Butler. Williams for 3. Rebound Arenas. Here's the outlet. Jamison ahead of the field. They do it again.
That's the 3rd time these Cavalier guards have not gotten back after a long jump shot.
But LeBron James right back with a 3. 101-95 Wizards.
Let's put into perspective now. This same Cleveland Cavalier team goes to Orlando tomorrow. They're coming off a very disappointing loss against Toronto. So this could be a 2-game losing streak coming up. And right here, you see the vision, what has been missing here for the Wizards. Nice pass by Arenas to Jamison.
Wizards with a 6-point lead, just under 3 to go in this 4th quarter. As we take a look at some of the numbers, LeBron James has come on strong in the 2nd half. Been a solid game, 10 for 15, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. As for the Wizards, a look at the big 3, which is something that Ed Tapscott has not been able to say all season long, but Butler leads the way with 23, Jamison 19, and Arenas 3 of 11. With 10 assists in his 31 minutes of play.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's got to come out, Mark. He can't finish this game. If he gets to 32, that's it. We're holding up a flag over here saying it's 32 minutes. You have to go, Gil, off the floor.
We'll see about that. There's a kick ball. And there's a discussion as to how much time should be put back on the clock. 18 on the 24. Jamison inbounds to Arenas. Williams defending on Arenas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jamison. Williams with the rebound.
Wide open look that time for Jamison. Along the baseline. He likes that shot.
James with the pass to Varejao. It's a 4-point game as we come up on 2 minutes to play in the 4th.
Well, let's see if this is one of these stretches of defense Mike Brown was talking about. His Cavaliers can turn it on.
Both teams are over the foul limit. Got caught for 3. Arenas. And it is a tripping foul as Williams was trying to draw the charge. So Mo Williams picks up his 3rd. And Arenas will go to the line. We will check in with Ernie Johnson back in our Atlanta studio. Ernie.
Yeah, Mar, Southwest game break with a reminder that coming up next, big showdown in the Western Conference. Carlos Boozer calls it a monumental game for the Jazz against the Denver Nuggets, who have won their last 6 at home. The Nuggets leading the Northwest and number 2 in the Western Conference. That comes your way after the Cavs and Zephyrs so to say.
At least someone recognizes the significance of the old Chicago Zephyrs and Chicago Packers. Now Jamison will sit down. Singila back. And how about Utah? Despite their success at 46-28, only 14-22 on the road, and they've lost 15 straight to winning teams. So see what happens tonight. And looks like LeBron with some blood on his left leg. So we get an official timeout. Let's take a look at the upcoming national television schedule. Some reminders tomorrow on ESPN. It's Cleveland at Orlando, followed by Houston and the Lakers from Staples in LA. Sunday on ABC, San Antonio at Cleveland, followed by Phoenix at Dallas. And then Tuesday on NBA TV Fan Night, it's New Orleans at Miami. So the Cleveland-Orlando game, as you mentioned, Reggie, that's a big one tomorrow night. Going into tonight's play, the Cavaliers' magic number to clinch the East, 3 against both the Celtics and the Magic. Any combination of Cleveland wins or Boston and Orlando losses adding up to 3 would do it. James puts the move on Singila, trying to dump it down inside, and it's deflected out. Last touch by the Wizards. Cavs have 9 on the shot clock. Wizards with a 5-point lead, 1 minute and 31 remaining in the 4th, and Williams will throw in. James foul as LeBron was looking for the earlier hit from Singila. He was wondering why no whistle.
Well, the officials are why the crowd is so upset is because Jimmy Capers, the officials, is on the side that LeBron is driving right now and doesn't make the call. The call came from across the way. Bennett Salvatore, the official, and people are wondering how did he see that with so many bodies in between them.
James out 5 of 6 at the line. Here's another look.
Pretty good defense here by Singila. Maybe down low, but they haven't been calling that all night.
Arias Singila, a very physical player, and has come up with a productive game at both ends tonight. Ilgauskas with the rebound. James for 3. Rebounded by Arenas.
Marv, I'll tell you what, just before that shot, Hayward motioned to Nick Young and the other guard on the outside, come in and cut off the shooters in case it's a long rebound. It's exactly what happened. It went over his head to Ilgauskas.
Young over to take to the rim. Nick Young penetrating, going all the way, a big bucket, 104-98. Washington, here's Williams from Marjan, missed on the reverse. Williams gets it back. Ilgauskas, rebounded by Singila. We're down to 45 seconds to play in the 4th. Standing ovation from this crowd. A 6-point Wizard lead. Gilbert Arenas applauding in the direction of the crowd, revving them up even more. Butler for... That was a 2-point attempt, had a foot on the line, and rebounded by James. Cavaliers take a timeout with 25 and 8/10 seconds to go in this 4th quarter. When we come back from a quick break, it'll be Charles Schwab, Time to Talk. All right, guys, Time to Talk, presented by Charles Schwab. Well, the Cavaliers try to turn it on, as they have done so frequently in the past. Down the stretch, try to do it in the second half. Still time remaining, but it looks like that 13-game win streak is coming to a close.
I think you mentioned it early on that it seemed they were in cruise control, knowing that they had the ability at any time to turn it on. Defense shut the other team down, make big shots when they had to. It looked like it was starting to happen, and then the Wizards kind of answered and held on.
Well, how about Gilbert Arenas? Obviously, second game back, showed a little bit of rust in that first game, but tonight didn't shoot particularly well, but finding his teammates and not trying to force the issue.
Cavaliers have 2 20-second timeouts remaining. Wizards with a full and 2:20s. Both clubs are over the foul limit. How do the Cavs play it right here?
Well, you still have plenty of time. You have to play the foul game, obviously. So what they're going to do is they're going to try to come in and get a good look at the basket. They get it behind the three-point line. They'll take that. Then their defensive press, and there's the first problem, getting the ball in bounds. They got a foul.
What a play by Caron Butler, stealing the inbound.
And that's very uncharacteristic of LeBron James. He's usually very solid of taking the ball out of bounds, and Butler does a good job of having active hands, as we call it. You keep your hands up, you trace the ball, not the eyes of the offensive player. He follows the ball and gets a hand on it to the foul line.
That's 6 turnovers committed by LeBron James, 6 of the 9 for Cleveland.
If we get a chance in between these 2 shots, watch when he's taken out. LeBron James should ask the official to move Caron Butler back off the sideline. We may not have a chance right now because of the free throw, but Caron Butler got right up against the line. There's a table behind LeBron James. He can't back up, so the official should make Butler move back. He did not do that. Butler got a deflection.
106-98 Washington. James with a long 3. 16 seconds to play. And the foul is given by Varejao that'll put Arenas back to the line. It's a 5-point Wizard lead as James knocks down his 4th three-pointer of the night.
And LeBron James has made a couple of these tonight, just coming down in transition and pulling up.
Arenas 4 of 6 at the line. Wizards try to hold on for their 18th win of the season. A victory that will put an end to the 13-game win streak of the Cavaliers. It has been a very impressive effort here by Washington. Singala once again on the loose ball, and he is fouled.
Well, this is something Ed Taft got as we walked in to his office for our pregame meeting, that he finally has his team assembled, especially with the big 3. Here's the free throw by Arenas. And who else has done it all game? Darius Singala with the offensive rebound. And you know, this is something for the faithful fans of this Wizard organization. It's been a head-scratching year with all the injuries. Haywood missing 75 games, Arenas 75, and this is a chance with Gilbert Arenas back, Haywood back in the starting lineup. Finally something, a preview perhaps maybe of next year of what this team could possibly do.
109-101. Here's James. It's almost from half court. And that will do it. Standing ovation from the sellout crowd as the Wizards have defeated the Cavaliers 109-101 to stop the Cleveland win streak at 13. Caron Butler, 25 points. Antoine Jamison had 19. Darius Singala with 17. 9 coming in the 4th. And Gilbert Arenas in his 2nd game back. 11 points, 10 assists. No turnovers. LeBron James leading the Cavs with 31, along with 9 rebounds and 6 assists. All right, let's go to David and Gilbert Arenas.
All right, so 70 games into the season, you have your team on the floor. Is this what we should have expected all along?
We hope so. You know, we play this team well. You know, this is our rival. You know, no matter, you know, how many players we have on the court, you know, it's going to be a good game. And, you know, we came out victorious today. Obviously, you're coming back from a long time off. Are you doing things differently? Are you looking at things differently with really getting people involved? You know, right now I know I can't move as, you know, I used to. You know, so right now I'm just trying to find, you know, the open guy. And, you know, they're hitting shots, you know, and that's going as planned. You guys always compete, as you said, against this team, especially on the glass. What is this? What has been the secret to you guys being so active against these guys as opposed to other teams? You know, it's just that rivalry. You know, when you have a rivalry, you just, you know, you get pumped forward. You know, tonight we got everybody back, and, you know, we pulled up an upset.
You are limited to 32 minutes. You played 34 minutes tonight.
It was just with the game. The game called for it, and I had to play it.
All right, Mr. 20-to-1 assist turnover ratio. Not bad.
Not bad.
All right, Gilbert. Thanks very much.
Sorry, Charles. We didn't mean to spoil your prediction. It happens.
It's life, Marv.
All right, Asians 0. One of the factors in the Wizard victory here tonight. So the Cavaliers now 61-14, and they drop to a 2-game lead over the Lakers in the race for best record in the NBA. Of the Cavaliers 101 for the czar, Mike Fratello, Reggie Miller, David Aldridge, and the rest of our crew. I'm Marv Albert saying good night from our nation's capital. Coming up, it's the Jazz and the Nuggets. You've been watching the NBA on TNT, the exclusive home of the 2009 Eastern Conference Finals. We'll take a quick break, and then it's on to Kevin Harlan and PJ Carlesimo in Denver. Good night, everyone.